Hi, everyone. One of the fascinating things to learn is about the mind. As we all know, that there are three components that makes up the human being, which is the physical body, the mind, and the energy called life. Many refer to this as the spirit. To understand the mind requires a far deeper search and learning. There are books on the mind. There are people that talk about the mind at length. We have great minds like Carl Jung, who has described the mind in many ways. But there are Eastern thoughts about the mind, which I'm going to address today, where it talks about the 7 levels of the mind. So I'm going to share with you what I understand about the mind. Once you understand the mind, you would understand how meditation works, how control of your mind can be done, how you can discipline your mind, and one of the most important things is how you lift your mind consciousness. In this little education on the mind that I'm going to share with you, gives you a bit of an idea of how the mind works. So stay with me with this. I am going to put this on a YouTube video, and those lucky enough to see it will understand the mind much more than many. Thank you. Enjoy my presentation. The first part of this recording, where he talks about the treasures and the secrets of the mind, it is an instrument for all forms of life that is encased in a number of bodies. So the mind is not just for the human person, but for all things created. So this slide talks about life and how it can be groomed by its experiences. In this clip that you see in front of you, here we have the active mind, the reactive mind, the inactive mind, the interactive mind, the proactive mind, and the creative mind. So the active mind is like a light bulb. The reactive mind is like a computer where information is downloaded and there is a reaction. Then you have the inactive mind, is that which is locked in. The interactive mind is the mind like the higher consciousness, where it interacts. And finally, the creative mind, which is the divine mind. Now we have the active mind. The active mind is called the now mind, where you're consciously thinking and doing things consciously. As you will read in the slide, there is a deeper explanation of the mind. This part of the mind, the active mind or the now mind, is the doorways to the mind. So it involves all the instruments that we use: sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. So this diagram shows you the mind with all its different compartments. Moving on, the active or now mind continued. Each of these senses gives the mind a certain sense experience. This is stored in the memory bank of the reactive mind, allowing the self to discover its own awareness of the experience through the doorways. It develops a perception. Moving on. The reactive mind, as I said earlier, is like the computer. It can only react according to what it has learned. So memories play a big part of this mind. So the active mind is also a reactive instrument of knowledge and understanding. So your actions are stored from the conscious mind and it reacts accordingly. The inactive mind, the treasure trove, I call it, this is part of the mind where the information is concealed. It is not consciously functioning like the active mind. We must reach certain levels of awareness on our mental and spiritual states to make this inactive mind active. So I would call the inactive mind the higher mind consciousness. So it has this ability of opening up to greater states of awareness. So you see, focus creates the opportunity for self-improvement. So moving. The inactive mind is also part of the illuminated mind consciousness. So what do we understand by illuminated? Illuminated is when something is brightened up. You become illuminated. Your consciousness develops into a state of greater sense of awareness. The inactive mind has also another department called the supermind consciousness. It is operational only when the vibrations of the body and the mind have reached such great heights that the doors are opened to a brilliantly wonderful level of awareness. Connections, actions of greater reactions. The use of the heart mind. Determination, discrimination, and discretion. These three states. Determination is the higher consciousness. Discrimination is the illuminated mind consciousness. And the discretion is the supermind consciousness. It's all to do with timing. The three stages. Needs to give motivation, higher thinking. Doing sets you on the path, which means illuminated thinking. Power comes from correct choice. Arriving means goal has been reached, super thinking. So I'd like to sum this up now and say, walk with goodness. To achieve the untapped regions of the higher mind or levels of consciousness, we must walk with goodness. We are blessed or cursed by our actions. Every action has a subsequent reaction that is 10 times greater in intensity. Choose life and the journey you must take to achieve greater. Focus on achievements. There is power in all of us. Drive brings achievable rewards. The next stages constitutes the greater part of you that puts you on a higher level of understanding and not greater than others, only differences in enlightenment. So here in the slide, we talk about the interactive mind. Moving on, you learn more looking at the slide about the proactive mind. And now we've got the philosophy of learning through the conscious mind. It tells us that our environment builds a certain understanding of the world we live in. When the environment changes, our understanding changes and a different world emerges. The mind gains wisdom from its experiences, learns from its successes, trials and tribulations of others, and through the sources of information received. Your world is a reflection of you. You are the reflection of the environment you base your understanding on. Philosophy of learning through the conscious mind. This slide talks about that. Intellect. It is the ability to learn, reason, form an opinion, solve, construct, and develop understanding and store knowledge. That's what the intellect is all about. The intellect uses two parts of the brain, logical and creative. The intellect has three parts, pure, active, and dull. It is known as sattvic, ragistic, and tamasic. The sattvic is influenced by the heart or spirit. Ragistic mind is that of itself or energy, and the tamasic is that of the body. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the slide, and please subscribe to my channel. There will be more information coming soon. Thank you.